So let's open the magazine together and read. So it looks like this section here describes the story of how the pumpkin grew on a tree, so we find out how that actually happened. So let's read. It says, Timmy's pumpkin. Pumpkins grow on vines. A vine is a long plant. Vines usually grow along the ground, but Timmy had a pumpkin in his tree. How did this happen? Timmy got some pumpkin seeds. He planted them under his tree. A vine grew. This vine did not grow along the ground. It grew up his tree. So let's look at the picture of the big pumpkin that grew up the vine. It looks like the pumpkin got so big that Timmy had to put a stool underneath the pumpkin to hold the pumpkin up so that the pumpkin would not what? Fall, right? It might have fallen to the ground if he didn't put that there, because this pumpkin being this big and probably very heavy, there's no way that the vines could hold this pumpkin up. Because like we said, is it normal? Does it usually happen that pumpkins grow on trees? No, right? So Timmy needed to think of something in order to keep the pumpkin from falling and probably breaking when it hit the ground. So let's read again. A pumpkin grew on the vine. The pumpkin was up in the tree. Timmy loved it. He showed people his pumpkin in a tree. Who would do the same as Timmy and show everybody in his neighborhood, his friends, his family, if their pumpkin grew up in a tree? Yeah, I would too, because that's something that normally doesn't happen every day, right? It's not normal. It's not a normal event that occurs, so I would definitely want to share it with others too. So Timmy's not wrong for doing that. So we are going to do a quick dance break, and then we are going to come back and read the rest of the magazine. So let's stand up, push in your chairs, and dance a little before we move on to the next part of the magazine.